जय राधा माधव कुंज गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी।
यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी।
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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Vasudevaya
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
We are reading from Canto 4, Chapter 24, chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva, the Sutra Geet, Sloka number 4. Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Pavamanascha
Suchir iti Agnayapura Vashishta Shapad Utpannaha
Vasishta Shapadupannaha
Punar Gatim Gataha
Punaryogatim Gataha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Suchiriti Agnaya Pura
Suchirtyunam Pura
Vashishta Shapad Utpannaha
Vasishta Shapadupannaha
Punar Gatim Gataha
Punaryogatim Gataha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Suchirityagnya Pura
Suchirtyunam Pura
Vashishta Shapad Utpannaha
Vasishta Shapadupannaha
Punar Gatim Gataha
Punaryogatim Gataha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Suchirityagnayaha Pura
Sutirityagnya Pura
Vashishta Shapadpannaha
Vashishta Shapad Utpannaha
Punaryoga Gatim Gataha
Punar Gatim Gataha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Suchirtyunam Pura
Suchirityagnya Pura
Vasishta Shapadupannaha
Vasishta Shapad Utpannaha
Punaryogatim Gataha
Punar Gatim Gataha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Pavakaha Pavamanascha
Suchiritya
Agnaya
Pura
Suchirityagnya Pura Vasishta Shapad Utpannaha
Punaryoga Gatim Gataha
Punar Gatim Gataha Pavakaha Pavamanascha Suchirityagnya Pura Vashishta Shapad Utpannaha Punar Gatim Gataha. Word to word meaning Pavakaha. Of the name Pavaka.
Of the name Pavaka
Pavamanaha.
Pavamana
Of the name Pavamana.
of the name Pavamana
Cha. Also. Suchihi. Of the name Suchi. Iti. Thus. Agnayaha. The fire gods. Pura. Formerly. Vashishta. The great sage Vashishta. Shapad. By being cursed. Utpannaha. Now born as such. Punaha. Again. Yoga Gatim. The destination of mystic yoga practice.
destination of mystic yoga practice
Gataha. Attained. Translation and purport based Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The three sons of Maharaj Antardana were named Pavaka, Pavamana and Suchi. Formerly, these three personalities were the demigods of fire, but due to the curse of the great sage Vashishta, the and they became the sons of Maharaj Antardana. As such, they were as powerful as the fire gods, and they attained the destination of mystic yoga power, being again situated as the demigods of fire. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 6:41 to 43, it is stated that one who falls down from the yoga practice is elevated to the heavenly planets, and after enjoying material facilities there, he again comes down to the earthly planets and take birth in a very rich family or a very pious Brahmana family. Thus, it is to be understood that when the demigods fall down, they come to the earth as sons of very rich and pious families. In such families, the living entities gets an opportunity to execute Krishna consciousness and thereby gain promotion to his desired goal. The sons of Maharaj Antardana had been the demigods in charge of fire, and they regained their former position by mystic power. Former position and by mystic power returned to the heavenly planets. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasa Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So while reading, generally the names, I used to read in a wrong way. So like Vashishta, I used to tell us Vashishta, and then all names, it used to end with Krishna also, like Krishna. That is how we generally tell. So in the Sanskrit class we were studying that ending with small means male, and ending with Akarantam means like it is female. So I was thinking all this while I was chanting Krishna's name in a different way. So, and it is Draupadi's name. So ending with, they told that in the beginning you understand this much, that ending with like Akarantam, Akar Antam. So if it is there, so then it is female. That much you understand karke. So it is Pavaka, Pavamana, Suchi. All are small only it is coming. Ending with small letters. So ending with big letters means it is feminine in gender. So even while chanting our Hare Krishna, like singing also, like Hare Krishna, you sing like that. So it's actually Hare Krishna, the na has to be prolonged, not na. So then it becomes like something else. But anyways, Krishna is Bhava Grahi, so he sees the Bhava of devotees. What all names devotees actually call him. So, but somehow or other, Krishna is very merciful to us. So, anyways, if we can know, then we can correct that pronunciation. So, here we see that the three sons of Antardan, so previously they were demigods of fire, and due to curse, they had to be born as the sons of Maharaj Vijitashva, and they were very powerful and they regained their destination. And Prabhupada is mentioning in this purport that text 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga 41 to 43, it actually talks about this fall down from the yoga practice. So either they are trying to go up and then they are not able to finish. So they get the destination of a very rich family or a mercantile family. And in case if they are falling down from the heavenly planets, it is not that first they will become something smaller. So it is mentioned when the living entity falls down from the spiritual world, the first position he gets is Lord Brahma. And then from there he does some mistake and then he falls down, and from there he does some mistake and he falls down. So like that's the general way of fall down. And we see some rare cases are there where the demigods like Nalkuver and Manigriv, so they were directly sent to the grossest of the farms, that is the trees. And then Nahusha, right? Nahusha, who became Indra, Indra was cursed, and Indra position was vacant, and Nahusha had completed, I think, some 90 odd this one Ashwamedha Yagyas, and there is nobody else qualified. So usko hi bita diya gaya. He was not fully qualified, but still he was kept. And then he, at the moment he assumed the position of Indra, immediately he wanted to enjoy everything that Indra enjoyed. So he wanted to have association of Sachi, the wife of Indra, and then he wanted all the sages, 7 sages, to carry him on the palanquin, and then take him to this one. So actually he sent a proposal that I want to enjoy with you, and this one Sachi told that if all the sages carry you and come, then I'll agree. And otherwise I'll not. So she also gave a very tough proposal in return. So then this man was so much afflicted with karma. So he was he was telling that fast, go fast, go fast. There is some word is there, it seems. Sarpa means to go fast also, and it also means snakes. So then the sages were not able to carry very fast, and they he was telling Sarpa. So then they cursed him to become Sarpa. So it is a big thing that they agreed to carry first of all. And on top of it, he's just bullying them, right? So it is this case we have seen where he becomes Sarpa. And we also have heard of Indra becoming a pig, right? So Indra was cursed, and he became a pig. And then Lord Brahma had to come and tell that your post is vacant and everything is going for toss. Please come back to your position. And he was telling, what will happen to my pig wife? There was no wife actually, everything is wife only. So, and then what happens to my pig children? And so much of this one is there. So without me, this pig community will fall down. So it is all these problems were there, and Brahma had to give a tight slap and take him back. So that's in this way we have cases where people cursed to go to a very lower stage. But in general, when somebody falls from the heavenly planets, so it is they come into some nice aristocratic and nice cultured families like that, because they are coming from a cultured background. So general fall down, exhaustion of pious credits, shine punya mrityulokam vishanti. So the exhaustion of pious credits is that they have exhausted the level of credits to which they can enjoy the heavenly opulence. So they come down and they start from there. And in another lecture I was hearing that if people are sent to the hellish planets, it is not that all karma is finished there. So it is bulk of karma is finished there, and the people coming from hellish planets, when they come to the earth, they'll be poverty stricken, or they'll be handicapped, and this kind of things. Where we were hearing together, somewhere. So maybe in Sunday Fest class or somewhere we heard something. So it is so when they enter into the Murtiloka, so generally everything is a Murtiloka, but specifically this is called Murtiloka. Earthly planet is called Murtiloka, because in heavenly planets it is they're offered a garland like this, which is very brilliant, and the brilliance of the garland will reduce day by day. And once it is completely faded, then he has to fall down. So that's their lifeline is seen. And it is not that they die there. They just fall down. Like that. And it is, birth is also not like a birth which is happening in the, what is happening in the middle planetary system or earthly planetary system. So they just have sex and, like they have a choice, like to beget or not. So they can have sex, and then after a long time of enjoyment, and if they want to beget child, like child will grow up immediately. So, and there is no like means what is it? So much of pain what people are going through in the material, in the Bhuloka, like that much of pain is not there over there. And in the like hellish planets, not the lower planetary system, the hellish planets, a body is given which will not die. The body is given especially for what is that? Undergoing the pain. So like they will be beating, they'll be like putting in the oil, frying, and all those things will happen, but he will not die. So he has to experience so much of pain, so the body will be there like that. And once that is exhausted, so then he is removed and put in like put in this one, no Bhuloka. So in this way, like there is these other planets and other places. It is mentioned all are places of sense gratification. In fact, in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, there is the like prayers offered by the residents of Jambudvip. So there also we can see that even in the Bhuloka, like platform, only the Bharatvarsha is designed for advancement in Krishna consciousness. All other places are also having opulences equivalent to heavenly planets. So amazing opulence is there. Like in the Bhuloka, there are many, the huge tract of land, and center is Jambudvipa, and then the nine Varshas, right? So 9 Varshas and 7 this one, concentric circles, Dvipas. So all these things, all the places are full of enjoyment actually. So this is the only place where it is optimum level of happiness and optimum level of distress, so that like the person will not break down and a person will not carried away. So it's like optimum it is kept, so that impetus for practicing Krishna consciousness is always there. Nothing is permanent, nothing is like very continuous over here. So if somebody is like happy for some time, there must be some distress, something will come. So but in heavenly planets and other places and all, it's happiness for a long time. It's very, very difficult to very, very difficult to wake up to Krishna consciousness. And it is mentioned in the same section in the 5th canto, it is mentioned that the lower planetary system has Bilva Swarga. So this subterranean heavenly planets. So subterranean heavenly planets means there are also opulence. There are so much of this one avenues for enjoyment is there. So only difference is the upper planetary system, the enjoyment is in the subtler level. They'll be enjoying music, or they'll be enjoying some nice, various kind of subtle kind of things. And lower, as the planetary system goes lower, it is more grosser forms of enjoyment. So that's the difference. But enjoyment is there, like material opulence and material enjoyment is there. So this middle planetary system is where, that's why the earthly planetary system, that's why all the demigods and great personalities, they always want to take birth in the earth, especially in Bharatavarsha. So in this tract of land, why? Because this is conducive for practice of Krishna consciousness, where like all these places Krishna Katha is going on. It is not that like preaching is not going on. Everywhere it is going on, but the opportunity for enjoying the material world is so nice and very promising, right? So people become pious, people will become followers of rituals and this one and all. So but then the enjoyment, the facility for enjoyment is so attractive that it's like it's very difficult to practice Krishna consciousness there. So that's why even if somebody becomes like qualified enough there, so they will like to come to the Bharatvarsha. So they will like to come here and do tapasya. So that's why always we see that this pattern is always there, that people always come to the Bharatvarsha. And we see that here it is understood that when the demigods fall down, they come to the earth as soon as sons of very rich and pious families. In such families, the living entity gets an opportunity to execute Krishna consciousness and thereby gain promotion to his desired goal. So we see the desired goal may not be like everyone may not have the same desired goal. So here we see that the fire gods, they return to the fire, this one, heavenly planets, and then even Nalkuver and Manigriv, so they kind of become devotees, but then they again went and got back to their heavenly positions. And also we see the case of Daksha. He he was offered a goat head and things like that. So then later on, out of shame, he committed suicide, and then again he got back, again he was born from whom? I forgot. So again he was born again, and then again he did tapasya, and like he got reinstated in his position as Daksha. So like everyone, they feel their position in the material world, if they have achieved something great, so they feel that it is so nice, and so like no, I have to stick on to it. And yesterday we were studying in Lord Brahma's prayers. So Brahmaji is telling, what is the use of me being the Brahma of this world and managing all these things? I see that these cowherd boys, all these boys who are playing with you, they are more fortunate. If in this lifetime or in any other lifetime, if I can get such fortune, where I don't need to manage the whole universe and things like that, I'll become an associate of yours, and that I consider to be great fortune, right? So this is a very nice thing. So Brahmaji is actually having that kind of a desire. He's expressing that desire over there. That what's the point of being the like controller of the entire universe? So I'm not that fortunate. So people think that getting a good job or getting a kingship, and especially becoming a president of a nation, and all big nations and things like that. So that's kind of considered to be great fortune. And recently Prabhupada was mentioning that in one class, President Nixon, he was mentioning that he thought that it is the greatest fortune to become the president of United States of America. But then he was explaining some things happened, and then people dethroned him or something like that, and then he was cornered for so many other problems. So he was telling like that ended up becoming the greatest misfortune. So in this way, the bigger fortune than that people consider is like, or at least the Vedic society people consider is to become like Indra or great demigods and things like that. And then even more bigger fortune is to be the Brahma, where everything is under his control. So but then that is Brahma is like first hand. He is mentioning that if Krishna, if you are merciful to me, like please make me an associate of yours, in the holy land of Vrindavan. So in that way, I'll be able to associate with you. I'll be able to get some I'll be able to get closer and have an intimate association with you. So this is something that the Lord Brahma is praying, and then he is telling that what is that sloka? Prasada lesha anugrahita evai janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno. So anyway, this is the important line. So like Brahma is telling that even if we get a slight trace of mercy of yours, then only janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno. So then only we will be able to understand you like in truth. And it is very nice actually. Brahma before before this realization, so he came and he saw Krishna. But then what's the point? Like he didn't understood that he was not having complete understanding or beyond any doubt that this is Supreme Lord. He wanted to test. He wanted to test, and then he stole the calves and cowherd boys and all those things. But then after he got the mercy of the Lord, so he could able to see the very same form he is seeing then also, and the very same form he was seeing before also. But if if the mercy switches off, we may see Krishna, but so it is pashyan apina pashyati, like it is seeing but then not seeing. It is like that. So, but if we have the mercy of the Lord, even the holy name of the Lord is sufficient. Like we will have the entire experience of the Lord. We will not miss anything. So that is the most important aspect. The mercy of the Lord is the most important aspect. Even to have here it's mentioned promotion to his desired goal. It is mentioned that like after executing Krishna consciousness, means in a pious family and things like that, and if they don't have absolute attachment to Krishna, so then they will end up in some heavenly planets, then they will end up in some other place where such kind of lukewarm Krishna consciousness is practiced, and then they'll go up and they'll be there. And if at all, like even if we are not able to complete the process, we should have strong affinity towards the goal, so that next time we get the right opportunity. So if the goal is only shaky, like if the goal is like not very clear, and if the goal is not exclusive shelter of the Supreme Lord, so then we may end up in some other place, right? So goal is what is important. Goal is what determines like where we go. And Krishna is like is completely neutral. He says that Eko bahunam yo vidadati kaman. So whatever you desire, I'll give you. And so if we ask like, dono ek hi ashram mein the, he went back to Godhead, I didn't go. So Krishna will say like, no, he desired, he went back. You didn't desire what to do. Right? So it is, that's the whole point. Like, whatever we desire, that is the most important thing. So that's why Prabhupada always mentions, what is it needed to go back to Godhead? No, it's just the desire, to go back to Godhead. So that's very, very important aspect. If we don't have that desire, then it is not possible. So Krishna will not be able to fulfill, that particular thing. So not always he does Jabardasti. Sometimes, like for Putana, like she came to kill, but then he took her back to like Goloka. So not always it happens, Generally it is whatever desires you have, Lord will fulfill those desires. So we should have nice desires. And anytime we get wrong desires, we should actually pray to the Lord that, no, please don't take this desire. No, galti se, soch liya maine. Please discount it. I don't want this desire to be executed. Right? So many useless desires we would have had. Even now, sometimes, some useless desires come to the mind. And I was just thinking, when we contemplate, sometimes the contemplation is nice and sometimes the contemplation is harming to us. So if we are contemplating based on Guru Sadhu Shastra, so then it is nourishing. But if we contemplate, sitting down and then thinking about some aspects and planning and things like that, and if it doesn't have the backing of Guru Sadhu Shastra, then we are taking association of modes of nature. And modes of nature is quite harming, right? So it can actually harm the personality. And of course in Kali Yuga, to be established in mode of goodness is very difficult. So generally modes of nature means like it is mode of passion and ignorance. So that's the modes that act, generally it acts in Kali Yuga. So that's the general scenario for everyone. So if we are not thinking in terms of Guru Sadhu Shastra, we are definitely in association of material nature, and it is going to affect us, and it is going to create some problem. So that is why even contemplation should be done only when we are feeling good in Krishna consciousness. Like when we are feeling like that we are able to think of Krishna, we are able to have some nice focus on Krishna consciousness, then only we should sit down to contemplate. So if our position is very weak, in some day we feel that completely drained out, and we are not having that positive enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness, then it is not very good to contemplate or plan or think at that point in time. That time only we should simply chant or read or hear. No, nothing else we should do. So because if we sit down and contemplate, modes of nature, because we are down means we are in association of modes of nature. And when we are up, sometimes passion also gives nice spirit, and then that time we are in illusion, thinking that we are in Krishna consciousness. But we should be very careful that we sit down to contemplate or think or plan only when we are in proper Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we will be in taking the association of modes of nature. So it is better most of the time. We spend this one on Krishna consciousness, and we do a direct service to the Lord. We do some service that is being assigned to us and things like that. So in that way, we are properly engaged, rather than whiling off the time, thinking of something. So that will just take us to some other place. So all these things matters a lot for desire. Whichever this one we are taking association of. If we take association of modes of nature, our desires will be we will get more desires for enjoying this material world. And if we take association of Guru Sadhu Shastra or Sadhu Sangha and scriptures and Shravanam and things like that, so then our desires will be based on that. And this desire is not that once I have to desire. So this desire is a continuous process. That's the biggest problem. Today I have the desire to go back to Godhead. And what about tomorrow? What about day after tomorrow? It's constantly we need to have this desire. We need to maintain this desire to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. It's a constant process, every moment's process, right? So it is not that this moment I was Krishna conscious and next moment I can be materially conscious. So it is very, very important. This consciousness has to be maintained. And the most important desire that is taken into account is Antakale cha mameva smaran mukta kalevaram, ya yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajatante kalevaram. So these are the things like ante narayana smriti. So it is most important is like you may have desire to attain the lotus feet of the Lord now. What about the last moment, right? So and that thing we have heard like from the authorities and from Srila Prabhupada himself also. In the last moment, we don't have control. No, one is we may say, okay, if you have practiced to have this desire, you can have. So that is also still a weaker point. The more stronger point is if we have somehow or other pleased the Lord and the spiritual master, and by their grace, even if we are not thinking about the Krishna, no, Krishna will forcibly enter. No, that's a very important point. So this, the famous dialogue, the book distributors, once they asked, like, Prabhupada, we are always like thinking about logistics and carrying the books here, there, and all those things, and how to distribute so many books and things like that. So what if we don't remember Krishna at the time of death? So Prabhupada is telling you, people are doing such valuable service to me. Even if you forget, Krishna will forcibly enter. So that's the blessings of spiritual master. If we can please the spiritual master, if we can please the Supreme Lord, so if they take up the task of taking us back to Godhead, so then it is done. But if we are only struggling to go back to Godhead, then it is like, okay, good chance, good luck, right? So that is this one. So we should somehow or other please Guru and Krishna. So in that way we will be sure of we will be like, we have to be busy engaged in the service to please the Lord, and then we can be sure of that we can go back to the spiritual world. So wherever we are, like they'll just catch the shika and take us back. So acha shika rakna. No, it is not acha shika rakna. Acha please karna. Even shika is not there, they will grow it and take it. So gala bhi to pakad ke leke jayenge. ठीक है, Hare Krishna. So I'll just stop here. Any questions or comments we can take?
That Brahma falling down. So we don't hear any case like that where Brahma is falling. So how to understand this?
Brahma is falling.
Yeah, Brahma falling down from his position. There is no case as such. Okay.
So in the this one, 6th canto of Bhagavatam, the beginning of Ajamal's this one, so it is mentioned that gradual promotion to the higher planetary systems. Right, so there, when after 5th canto, like Parikshit Maharaj listens to all this hellish conditions and things like that and all, so he tells that, what's the point? Like, where is the exit? You tell me. So then says, okay, the gradual promotion to the higher planetary systems is there, and then like still, Parikshit is not very satisfied. So then the glorification of holy name actually comes, and in the gradual promotion, it is mentioned. So like gradually a person does pious activities, he goes to the next higher planet. In that way he goes to the Brahma Loka. It is mentioned in general, Brahma and all the associates of Lord Brahma, they go back to Godhead. Now that's the in general phenomena. So we are like really, really very exceptional. Usme bhi like galti karke, now we have come. Something of that sort we can just think of. So
is there like every living entity became Brahma and fell down? I was searching for it.
I also heard in the lectures only.
Yeah, even I have heard. But then Shastric, that point we're not getting, because Brahma and Shiva, they cannot actually fall down to become a normal living entity. This is what I was hearing.
Okay.
So they will go back because they're very close to the Lord, and they will go back. This is what.
One thing that we can see is that Aruhya Kachena Param Padam Tata Patanti Ada. So there is chance of falling down even from the Brahma Jyoti. That is much more higher a position than this like having some officiating some position in the material world. So only thing that is completely sure of a person cannot fall down is the position of a person who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. So and we also have the statements like Bahirmukha Brahma, like that Bhaktivinoda Thakur's bhajan, where now I don't want to become occupy the position of Brahma where he is Bahirmukha, Krishna Bahirmukha. So we have some indirect references to that, but direct references, I also did not get any direct references. But then indirect reference is there, and logically, and logically speaking, that Brahma himself also tells that even the Brahma Jyoti is not a safe place. We can fall even from that place. So Brahma had temporary fall downs, like for example, going behind his daughter and things like that. So temporary fall down, and then he gave up his body. And in one lecture I heard, so his body is fully made of intelligence. He just gave up that thought. No, that's like giving up the body. So no, he gave up his body, took another body, and and then he continued. So falling down is possible there. No, it's there are some references to that
Logically,
aspect
yes.
of falling, but I don't know of specific reference of Brahma coming down and things like that. So Brahma's children or other people are all falling down. Lord Shiva is not possible to fall down because he's Ishvara. Ishvara cannot fall down. Jiva is susceptible to fall down. And Jiva who's not taken full shelter of the Lord is definitely susceptible to fall down. There is all possible cases are there to fall down. Right? So in this scenario, in our current scenario, Brahmaji is a pure devotee of the Lord. He's a Sampradaya Acharya and things like that and all. But I don't know whether it is the case always. He may not be pure devotee all the time. So that is also an important thing.
Some questions. I wanted to share that many times I am not in the right consciousness and hence wrong thoughts enter my head and I immediately beg for mercy. Also, service has to be rendered in full Krishna consciousness, otherwise it isn't effective. This is also my personal experience. Sudama.
Okay. So service, at least if you are engaged in service, some purification is there. And without any service, without any this one, if we are just contemplating on something about life or future and things like that, generally that only comes, or some other matters and all. So that is short association of unalloyed association of three modes of nature. That is very, very dangerous actually. So we should immediately, the moment we sense that the mind is thinking something wrong, immediately we should start chanting, or we should try to switch to any devotional practice or something like that, or get into association of devotee, talk to someone and things like that. So otherwise the mind will take us on a trip. So then it may be a very costly trip. Right? Okay, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.